My name's Jethro Gardiner and I'm from the US Consulate here in Auckland. My role is Cultural Affairs Coordinator on the Public Affairs team.
Jethro, you travelled the whole week with a pack of women. What was that like?
A pack of women sounds like a pack of werewolves. But it wasn't. It was not at all. Obviously I deal with different programs throughout the year, and you do all the work on paper, emails, meetings in the lead up to it, and you have some sort of idea of what it will look like. But it's not until you're with the group or the person and you're going in the car, and at some point you forget about the emails, what was organised, and you just ride the wave of what they're here to do. Because I suppose my role at the consulate is to amplify the American name here in New Zealand, the American brand. And so having so many Americans in the car, on the road, appreciating what I always appreciate about our country, culture, people, that's the beautiful thing. So, pack of women, no. But a beautiful sisterhood, that's for sure.
What did you learn from travelling with the women this week in New Zealand?
I learnt very quickly.
Tell me.
I learnt very quickly that the debate between women's empowerment and men's inclusion is very much alive. But what I learnt for me is how I can help encourage women's spaces, conversations, empowerment as a man. How can I help to uplift that? Not so much learn, but now I'm acknowledging that there's a possibility for me to do that more. And I've always known it, that there is a gap between women's empowerment and men helping that space. And as the only male, it was very apparent to me that that's maybe a gift that I am able to harness, and start to manifest in a way. Women's empowerment, whoa, that's so broad and so big, but how can I, as a human being, as a male, how can I help that conversation, that space, those connections? Yeah.
So what are you going to do from now on?
To keep it pretty simple is probably ask the right people the right questions. What are your barriers? How can I help? What do you need? All those right questions. Impactmania, Women of Impact, is a global, it's a global initiative. And whenever it comes to global organisations, a key successful global organisation are the ones that, yes, they're global, but they always act local, so they're aware of the host country, they're aware of the cultures, they're aware of the struggles, they're aware of all these amazing things and hard things that make the country so rich and this week we did that. We connected with the culture, we connected with the people. What I have loved this week is hearing things beyond the interview, right? Hearing things beyond their expertise in their career, and even talking to Myung, a powerhouse. But then the cool thing is seeing them as the human being, and
So we always ask our interviewees who's left an imprint on their DNA, right? So any particular person that jumps out? I'm sure many have influenced you personally and your career.
The most relevant one today, both professionally and personally, is the US Consul General, Shea. She's a person who's, very strong, powerful. She's calm, she's relaxed. Her door is always open to me to have the off-the-record conversation in open arms. So for me, that's been really nice. I've always struggled with the idea of bringing my whole self to the corporate table, because the corporate table can only fit a certain looking person and certain ideas and concepts. So having Caitlin at the forefront of that table is allowing me to bring up my whole self, failures, mistakes, learnings, wins, strengths, all that, to the table, and it's not going to be used in a way that I'm so vulnerable that people will use it against me. So for me, Caitlin has really highlighted and been the personification of that idea. Yeah.
Tell me something she said to you that stayed.
Oh, she says a lot. The things that she says to me have always been focused around the idea that I am enough, that I'll always be, you know, there's an intentional reason why I'm on this earth, and I'm fulfilling that, you know. So she's always helped to bring that to the forefront of my mind, and not to forget that whenever I have conversations with her. Yeah.
The U.S. Consul General, welcome. She said to me that you presented yourself for the first time in a different light, and she was so proud of that.
Yes.
What happened?
Yeah. So this is a really deep question, so I'm going to give a really deep answer. So I have, as a gay man, it's not, I'm very comfortable with that. I've never really given it power or acknowledged it in a way, but over the learnings, over the last couple of months or weeks, I've realised that by not acknowledging it all the time, it's harder for someone who doesn't have the voice that I have not to do it. You know, and as a gay person, you don't come out once. You have to come out every time you meet someone, which is daily in my instance. And so that is what Caitlin was talking to, is she is again encouraging me to be my whole self, you know, and bring that. But from my understanding is, I was always thinking, oh, I'm comfortable. I don't need to talk about it all the time, you know. But actually, it's doing an injustice for those that can't. So so thanks for asking.
How did that feel?
Oh look, even though I'm comfortable, there's still that little bit of like discomfort, to saying it. It's only a moment, but there's still that discomfort always, because it comes with a lot of stories that you've always relived, right? And the conversation at the table helped for everyone to be real and true and authentic and genuine. So I have an awesome pleasure of being able to mix my professional career and role with beautiful moments that are very personal to me. And there were plenty of those on this week. So that I'm thankful for. So ngā mihi kia koutou katoa to everyone that was involved in the week. It was beautiful. Thank you.